Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace, illustrated by Elaine Marson. Are we getting that right? Yep. Spelling's right there in case you want to find any of that information or these people or their stuff. Okay, good. Happy. Two cards popping out of the bottom. Okay. In case you can hear him, he's alright. He's playing games. He wants the other dog to move out of his spot, and that's probably what's going on. Just in case you can hear my dog, that's what's going on with him. He's very spoiled. He expects to get his way when he wants his way. He was an only dog for the longest time, and then just in case you're wondering. Alright, let's get into Scorpio here. Passion with the Tower, with the Seven of Cups. Unexpected opportunities that are kind of throwing your world around, but not in a bad way. And I say that because there's the way this started off is like an opportunity came towards you. A lot of possibilities were right in front of you, but you had to move things around quickly. You're like, I could probably do that, but if I want to, I have to move these other things around. I have to change things around for me in this situation. Passion is telling me, though, when you saw these opportunities pop up out of the blue, you definitely wanted them. So that's how this started. I don't feel bad about this. It's just kind of like it threw your world around a little bit because it's kind of like, well, if I want those, I got to make some quick changes and shuffle things. So you didn't have to, but if you wanted them, you had to. That's kind of how we should say this. If you wanted this to happen, you had to move things around. So that's the Tower card there. Kind of like, if I want these, I'm going to have to shake things up. So you did that. That's how this is starting, is what I'm getting. Now, you got the Wisdom with the King of Pentacles coming in first. All right. I chose to move things around. I got to stabilize some things around here that I moved. I got to make some good decisions. You know, I'm not into creating havoc, but if I'm going to move on from some things, I got to put the right people in place that can handle this so I can do these other things and not let anything else fail over here. So you got Wisdom, King of Pentacles. You're making very sound decisions. Things aren't starting as fast as I think you originally thought they would because you gotta move things around and you gotta put a lot of time into that. You are moving forward towards your new possibilities, but you're also tying up loose ends over here, and that seems to be fine. The Wisdom is kind of like, I don't want anything to fall through the cracks. You're fighting to make this happen. It's taking a lot of effort and a lot of thought. Scorpio just seems to do it. Even if it's difficult, you just seem to do it. It just seems to happen. It's kind of like you could very well know something is difficult, but you just seem to move through it and get it done. And you might have those moments where you're looking back like, I don't know how I did it, but I know I did it. It just kind of happened. Other people are working with you, helping you make these decisions. There's a lot of support here, but a lot of people kind of like, well, I can do this, I can't do that. Okay, well, who do you know? Okay, well, let me see if I can do this. There's a lot of support here, but it really seems like you're just, okay, this is okay, that, okay, let's move this. Oh, wait, that's over there. Okay, move it over here. Okay, let's put this up here. Okay, let's move that over there. You're just like going and going. Is that normal Scorpio energy? I'm starting to think it is. I'm thinking of a friend of mine that he does that. He's just kind of like there's no plan, but it just works out. He just seems to get everything done. He just seems to do it. It just seems to always happen. He's very good with that. I'm thinking that's normal Scorpio energy now that I'm thinking of it. Because that's what I'm feeling here. It's just kind of like, okay, we're just going to handle it. We're just going to keep on it, and it's going to work, and it's going to work. I said it's going to work, and look at that. It worked out because I told you it would. And it just seems to be how it goes. I like that energy. I'm not going to pretend like I can do it myself because I don't think so. I'm not a Scorpio. I'm a Pisces. That's definitely a Scorpio gift. I'm pretty sure that's a Scorpio gift. Right. Now, you move things around as necessary. In the environment, people notice this. I feel like this is not new. again, because we're using that same energy. I don't feel like this is new. Because you are getting things done and people are like, I don't know how the Scorpio did it. I don't understand how that worked out. It clearly did work out. They clearly know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. But they do, obviously, because they're succeeding and everything is working out. People are baffled by you, like baffled, because you're successful and they don't know how you're doing it. They can't replicate what you do. And I almost feel like it's kind of like, yeah, don't try to because you can't. So you can't even explain it because you handle it as it comes and you make it work out. You got ascended masters with integrity. Like, people do believe in you. They know that you know what you're doing. And they're just trusting that that's going to work out. This is also one of those energies that's kind of like, it'll work out as long as the Scorpio is a part of it because they seem to have it under control. This is something where people don't feel like they can mimic what you're doing. They just don't feel like they can do it the same way you're doing it. Now, I don't see that being a problem. Things seem to go the way they're supposed to. You get what you want out of the situation. The new opportunities are coming in. The old things are moving around, and you got other people doing things. Things seem to go on autopilot here. I'm also getting the wheel of fortune turning. Like, other possibilities are coming forward towards you. You already had some good ones come forward, and you took advantage of those, which you should. That's a good thing. I mean, these opportunities were meant for you to have them. More opportunities for you are coming forward, and you're like, okay. Some more opportunities. Knight of Swords is saying, here, we have these things here for you too. You want this? How about this? Do you want some of that too? You can have that if you want it. These are good opportunities that you're like, oh, that's really something that I can work with. That's something that I would like. Happiness with openness. You're very happy to have them, and you're like, you know what? Nobody gets ahead by just being stubborn. At least I don't get ahead by being stubborn. So if I want some more things, if I want things to keep going my way, I want more opportunities to keep coming my way, maybe I should take advantage of these too. Maybe I should take another change here. This could maybe work out for me as well. I don't want to just keep scoffing at opportunities. If something's in front of me and it looks like I should have it, why shouldn't I go for it? You haven't settled on the last possibilities yet. That might be a little conflicting for you, but it's also at the same time like it's kind of like you're sitting at home. Somebody says, "Oh, I got this one thing going on. If you want to come," and you're like, "I do want to come. Let me move this around so I can go." You start heading to that situation. Halfway through the event, you're like, "Oh, I heard about this club that just opened up, and you know what? If you want to work at this club for a couple days, you could actually make X amount of money, and it's a fun place to work." And you're like caring about that opportunity, like, well, I was enjoying this, but I could enjoy that and make money. Why pass that up? I mean, this first opportunity came in, that's great, but this first opportunity is leading me to this next opportunity. I would love that, and I could make money. Well, why not do that? So it's kind of like that's the new one coming in. Like, okay, like, why say no to that? You have to walk away from one possibility to go into something else. And I do get the Princess of Pentacles coming in. It does feel like there's money connected to this next opportunity. If it was already, like if that first opportunity already had money in it, this has more, like a notable amount more is what I'm getting. A significant enough more that you find it appealing. How's that? It's worth it for you. There is conflict here though. So what I'm getting with this is kind of like, whatever the first opportunity was that you went for, when you're switching gears and going to the second opportunity, that's where things get a little bit messy. Other people might give you a little bit of guff about that. What I'm getting though is that you have to make your own decision on what's right. Like, I don't really feel like there needs to be that big of a deal here, but people might get in your way a little bit and kind of be a little bit difficult. I don't know. When I'm seeing it from the outside, it's kind of like you're making decisions that benefit you. Nobody else is being... I don't feel like anybody else is really being slighted. They just don't like the choice you're making. I don't know. I don't feel like you're slighting anybody. So it's almost like the problems there are just like people just not liking the choice you're making. They just don't like it. Like they want, like the people at the first opportunity, like if you were at home and somebody says, come on and hang out at this event with me, they just don't want you to leave. They like you being around. So they just don't want you to leave the event. you're not, but you spent, like, if that happens though that way, I do feel like you spent enough time there that it's not like you're cheating anybody out of anything. So there is a little bit of a kerfuffle, but I just don't feel like you didn't cheat anybody out of anything. So it's one of those things. Just people having a little bit of attitude about it is what I'm getting. They just don't like the choice. I can't get anything else besides they just don't like the choice. You're going towards something that really works for you, something that you're very wanted in. Star, Six of Cups, and Death are all together here. Like, this next opportunity here, this second opportunity, very good. I do feel like it does feel lucrative for most of you. It also feels like with the Death card, this is going to last a while when you get into it. Like the Death card, the Death card is at the beginning of a situation, it's kind of like you're going into a new way of life. Like you're going into something that you're going to hold on to for a while. It's going to have an impact on your life. It's going to, like, you're going to, 10 years you'll look back at this moment and be like, I didn't realize that I was going to go there. I didn't realize that I was going to hang on that long, or that was going to affect my life this way. That's what you're going into is what I'm getting. Now the way this is ending, you got a lot of cards all at once. You're happy. All right, I'll give you the 2 tarot cards first. Your card is the Knight of Cups. I just don't feel you being idle. This is going to work for a while, but it's going to have to give you more possibilities. This situation does linger on longer than you expect, and you get a lot out of it, but you're not one to just sit around and just wait for life to just get stagnant. You keep life lively. So it may only last a certain amount of time for you, but it's still with the Death card there, it's a significant amount of time nonetheless, and it's going to have an impact on your life to where 10 years from now, you're going to look back and easily remember your time at this situation. Even if it lasts only 3 months, it's a very impactful 3 months to where, seriously, you go 10 years, 20 years from now, you remember this moment as a time that changed the course of your life for some reason. You got appreciation with finding a mentor. Somebody you're going to find in this situation may be the key here. Somebody might be connecting to you and giving you information or helping you move forward in life in a way you were not expecting. There might be a couple areas in life that you're kind of not able to sail through as smoothly as you like to, and somebody's giving you information or helping you out. Opportunities are coming your way. You might meet somebody that you're not expecting. Friend, romance, or something like that. For some of you, I don't know how this is going to sound. This sounds weird to me. You might meet somebody that's a friend to you that you introduce to somebody in your family or a friend of yours that might actually end up permanent match. Like, you might find romance for somebody else. Does that make sense? You may end up playing matchmaker, and that might, like, somebody that you like, matching them up with somebody else you like. Yeah, that might happen. Not that you're looking to do that, but you might just be like, oh yeah, this is my friend so-and-so, and those people hit it off, and the next thing you know, they're locking it in. I'm getting psychic conversations, life journey, and choices. This is showing up in the environment, though. Like, somebody is connecting into your life, and I feel like somebody is permanently connecting into your life. It could be a romantic partner, could be a friendship that this is where you meet them, and they stick in your life till the end. I'm getting for somebody, though, literally you're going to meet somebody and you're going to introduce them to somebody else in your life, and they're going to lock in that way, and you're just going to be like, well, that's where I met them. I remember where I met them. Something like that. It's very significant. This connection, this second connection, is very significant. Very. It's literally going to be one of those times where you look back 10 years from now and be like, oh yeah, and I remember that job or whatever it was, and yep, this is what came of that, and that's when this started, and that's when this happened. Anything else with this? That was a lot of cards, but it does seem like that's what it's going for. Anything else with this? Did I talk about this card? Because the Two of Swords is also showing up in the environment. There might be a block with other people from the first opportunity. Oh wait, this seems like it's a little bit... Don't worry about this block. It is temporary. If somebody seems like they have some type of hang up with you, you went into the first situation, that was cool, then you find out something better, you went into the second. I'm still getting you really didn't do anything negative. I just don't really feel it that way. If somebody seems to be holding a little grudge or a little attitude about it, just let it be. It'll subside on its own is what I'm getting. Because I really don't feel like you did anything that was that bad. So don't let it weigh on you too heavily. Just give it some time. It will lessen and move on. That's the only thing I was missing, I think. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.